Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for Boxing News TV.
Hello and welcome to a BNTV special. We're at the O2 Arena where there's a certain two fighters going to be getting it on in 2 days' time. We're here with MIKKEL KESSLER, Carl FROCH as they put the final touches into their preparation and publication of their rematch. We've got Vikings, we've got Warriors inside, and we can go and try and get a word with them.
And of course our promoters are Matchroom Sport and Team Sauerland. The venue is the O2 Arena. Going to be a unification fight, 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF and WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, we've got a situation on Saturday where it's just going to be electric. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting.
I honestly can't wait for it. I'm buzzing. I'm so glad that I'm part of Matchroom, so I've got a good seat for Saturday night.
I mean, so it's going to be a great night of boxing, and I think that it's fights like this that boxing needs, where the best are fighting the best.
But these guys, they're a different breed. They're not like me and you. You know, these are warriors, and you can tell when they talk about the fight, they talk like paid assassins.
Five times the world champion, he is the reigning and defending WBA Super Middleweight Champion of the world. There's MIKKEL, the Viking Warrior Kessler. From Nottingham, ladies and gentlemen, three-time world champion, the reigning and defending IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the world, Carl the Cobra FROCH.
We've got a survey in this week's Boxing News. 7 out of 10 are picking you. Boxing Monthly, 15 out of 15 pick you. Going into the Butte fight, a lot of people were writing you off. Does that increase the pressure on you that you are the favourite as opposed to the underdog? I can imagine it would be easier in that role of underdog rather than in a favourite, which people are calling a 50-50 fight.
Either or. I don't really see them. I've seen the 15-0 in Boxing Monthly. I think it's ridiculous. I haven't read any of the comments. I haven't read. I've looked at the pictures, and I've not seen the Boxing News one. What was it?
7 out of 10 pick you.
7 out of 10. So overall majority pick me, and it's probably all based on the fact that what I've done since losing to him the first time and what he's done. So it's probably fair enough comment. And does it put any more pressure on me? No, not really. I couldn't have put any more pressure on me than being on Sky Sports box office for the first time and fighting in front of 18,000 sellout crowd at the O2 Arena. I'm not going to pick a magazine up, read it and think, oh, bloody hell, I'm under pressure now. I'm not bothered. Not bothered. Don't matter.
You got 2 days left. What's in store for the next 2 days for you in terms of you've got more training to do? You look in exceptional shape. Can you get any fitter now?
No, you can't get any fitter. You can sharpen up a little bit and get your mind right, and just sort of sharpen up and just tune in the final little. I'm going to do some pad work with Robin a bit and maybe take a pound of weight off, but I'm on the weight anyway. I mean, I've ate quite well today to give myself some energy. I've had plenty of pasta and complex carbohydrates and brown rice and that, so I can have the energy to have a good session to sharpen up, feel good about myself. But really, the fitness is done, so I can just sharpen up and work on a few tactics and, you know, the hook off the jab and blocking shots and sort of getting used to what's coming at me. So you do a little bit that's beneficial, but nothing that's going to make me win or lose the fight at this stage. Physically, fitness-wise, it's done.
Does this fight compare to anything else you've been involved with? I know you've been in huge fights, but with the whole rematch aspect and that sort of thing, and how big it is in this country, is this the biggest fight that you've been involved in?
Definitely, yeah, because it's the biggest arena I've ever fought in front of, and it's on Sky Sports box office, which for me is the best platform for boxing. I know people have to put their hands in their pockets and buy the fight, but at least they're given that option. Without Sky Sports box office, this fight wouldn't be happening, and people have now got the option to watch the fight if they want to. I think it's great and it's just massive. The magnitude of the whole event has been phenomenal, and I'm really looking forward to getting in there and doing the business for myself, for my family, and also for the fans as well. I mean, everybody's excited about the fight. I'm excited about the fight, and it's what big time boxing's all about. It's why I got into the sport. So to not get excited about it and not be looking forward to it would be ridiculous. But obviously there's nerves and I'm apprehensive, and there's obviously all the adrenaline's going to be kicking in over the next couple of days. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I've done the training. The hard work's done. It's just about now focusing, concentrating on what I need to do on the night.
That's good to hear. There's a lot of bets flying about. There's obviously that they were saying, William Hill was saying this is going to be the most anticipated fight in terms of bets being put on since I think Klitschko. If you're a betting man and you had a cheeky fiver, obviously you're going to lay it on yourself. But you got like rounds 9 to 12, rounds 1 to 4. Where would you put that cheeky fiver?
I've looked at the odds late on. I'm quite surprised. The good odds you can get for picking a round late on. It's like 15s and 20s and 25s for round 9, 10, 11 and 12. So it's almost like they're ruling out a late stoppage, but I don't know how they can rule out a late stoppage because I always finish strong. And MIKKEL Kessler falls apart late on. In that first fight, he was coming undone. I wasn't able to do anything about it because I wasn't myself in that first fight. I know the reason why I wasn't myself, and that's not the same this time around. So I feel I can force a late stoppage. So if I had a cheeky fiver, I'd have it on the last 4 rounds, definitely, and I'd get a good return on that.
Yeah, that's true. One last question. I spoke to you last week over the phone, and you were telling me about a few of the things behind the scenes with MIKKEL, and you've been telling me about these wheelies that you've been doing at 120 miles an hour, and it's, you're a bit like, God, he's off his head. Yeah. Is there anything you do like that where people might think you're a bit crazy?
Well, yeah, I mean, not on my motorbike anymore. My motorbike stays in my garage now on charge since I've had Rocco. As people say, how does kids change you? You want to be there for them. It's not changing me from my fighting, because I never worry about fighting or getting hurt or anything like that. Boxing doesn't worry me because I know I can fight and I know how to look after myself. But I don't go on my motorbike anymore. But I test drove a C63 Mercedes a couple of weeks ago, because I can get one on some VIP package they're doing, which I think I'm going to get. It's a 6.3 litre V8, I think it is. And I took it for a little spin around the country lanes near me, and I just couldn't take my foot off the gas. I just kept it down, and I wanted to know when it was going to stop, and it just kept pulling, and it was unbelievable. 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds or 3.5, and then it pulls to 100, and then you're doing 120, and you're thinking to yourself, when's this going to stop pulling? And because I had an R32 Golf, which is only a 3.2 V6 engine, pretty nippy little thing. This Golf was. It's almost like twice as fast, and I don't know what speed I got up to, but I think I just broke the speed limit. I'd have had to be careful if there was anyone around with a gun. But I went round a bend. I slowed down, went round a bend, and as I was going round a bend, I couldn't resist it. So I turned it into super sport mode and turned the ESP off. So it was like I was driving it, and I dropped it down a couple of gears on the pedals, put my foot to the board, and the back end just spinning. And I managed to keep hold of the back end and glide around the corner, and I was probably doing about 75-80 mile an hour with the back wheel spinning. So when I got, and luckily it was an uphill and a turn, so the gravity's working for you there because you're going uphill as you're turning. I got to the top of the hill and pulled in, and my friend was in the driving seat. I was showing off a bit, and I said, "Yeah, you can have a drive now. You can drive me home, and you have your little play in it." But when I got out and walked around the car, there's all rubber, like black rubber bits, all up the side of the white car, all up the paintwork. So the wheels were spinning while I'm sort of drifting around the corner, and there's rubber shooting off the tyres up the side of the car. And I just thought, oh, that was good. I enjoyed that. My adrenaline was going and my heart was racing. So, yeah, I'm a bit silly really, but I think I'm a lot safer on 4 wheels than I am on 2 wheels. But I'm getting one of them, so I'll be drifting around that bend a few more times before the summer's out. Yeah. I'm just so excited. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just excited, and I cannot wait to get in the ring on Saturday night and do a job against this man here. I owe him one. I owe MIKKEL Kessler one. It's time for me to put the record straight. I'm looking forward to it. Enjoy it, and I'm going to leave everything, as I'm sure MIKKEL Kessler is. I'm going to leave absolutely everything, heart, soul, guts, tears, blood, if necessary, in the ring. So just sit back and enjoy the ride. Thank you.